Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
Great day, great day. I just realized I was muted. Thank you for sharing. Hey, everybody. Okay, so let me go over there again. I am Deloris William with Divine Connections Magazine. We are doing some awesome things in the community, and we are here to make it happen. Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. So we connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Last year we celebrated our 12th magazine anniversary, and we celebrated women. So we had connections. We had a couple of gospel quartet or women group as well as men. And then we had some women speakers, which were dynamic. And so this coming up year, 2023, we're going to be celebrating men. So we're going to have different men that's owning organizations. We're also going to have a men's panel talking about mental health, great things that's going on in the community, challenges they deal with as well. So, and we're also looking for vendors and sponsors for the event. So you are welcome to come. Tickets are only $10, and we are here to make it happen and bring the community together. And we also do an event in October where we bring in moms, praise dances, vendors, and youth vendors, because we also want to include our youth vendors as well. So stay tuned to that as well. So during the week, we have our interviews between Wednesday, between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., where we share with the individuals and the audience who people are and what they do. And we also now have our own app, which we're so excited about. So you can now go download the app at Divine Connections Magazine, okay? To go to your Play Store and type Divine Connections Magazine, and you can install and create a profile. And once you do that, you are a part of our Divine Connections community, and you get to meet new people and different things like that. So I'm so excited about that. And we also have a Divine Connections online store where we have hoodies, we have shirts, we have jackets, and we'll share a little bit more about that. All right, so stay tuned, hold tight. We just saw a little clip of one of my events, and now we're going to show just a little bit of what's coming out March 25th. Hold tight. Great day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So now let me share a little bit of information of how you can stay connected with Divine Connections. You can go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. Our Facebook page is Divine Connections Marketing. We have our Instagram at Divine Connections. Our YouTube channel is The Divine Connection. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification button there as well. And so we're so excited how you can connect. If you want to advertise in the magazine or know more about the events, make sure you contact us by texting or emailing. And let's go over just a couple of more things. If you have not ordered your magazine yet, it is here. Divine Connections Magazine. So get your copy. You can get digital or hard copy. If you get hard copy, you can select the different number of copies that you would like, so you can share with the community. Our website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. And we are also looking for sponsors. So if you have a 30-second or 60-second commercial for your business, we would love to see that and see if you are a good fit to be on the Divine Connection show. And we will run that for 3 months before or after the show, so people can know who you are and what you do. And for that, that's only $150, and that will run 3 months, and that's a 3-month agreement. Okay. Also, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, we do that as well. So if you need one for your business, your ministry, your book, your gospel group, or an event, please let us know. We customize in doing 30-second and 60-second commercials as well. So a couple other things. Our book is out. My second book is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about the accomplishments I've done with the help of the Lord in my personal life as well as business. Okay. So go ahead and get the nuggets and see how I have built Divine Connections and my personal life achievements with the help of the Lord as well. And this is a great time to get my second published book, which is a journal, Making It Happen. You Are a Divine Connection. So go ahead and get your copy of that as well. And so we also, of course, have our store. So let me share with you. It's bit.ly/divine connections store. All right. And so you can go to that link, but let me share with you what you will see once you go to that link. All right, there we go. All right, so on this link, you can go and check it out. Now let me scroll down a little bit so you can see the whole thing. You can click on shop. We have our jackets, our vests, our hats, our blankets. We have a lot of different things, different color hoodies. You can go check it out. And you want to see all of the products, just click on shop all so you can see that. And then it will show you all of our items. We have 106 items on there. And you can just scroll and order what you would like. There are various sizes and colors with the hoodies and the shirts. And then we have mugs as well as beanies and different things like that. So go check it out. We have our tumblers. I love the purple hoodie, of course. That's my favorite color. So go check out Divine Connections store. We have a lot of great things in store. So go check it out. We will greatly appreciate your support there as well. Awesome, awesome. So now let's tell you a little bit about our guest that's coming in. So I'm gonna let the video show you a little bit of who we're gonna bring in today. Hold tight. And we're going to share just a little clip of who they are. And we'll go from there. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, there we go.
We are the group friends, and we just come to encourage you that no matter what the situation is, it's gonna be all right. No matter what you're going through, it's gonna be all right. No matter what you're going through, it's gonna be all right. Well, all you gotta do is love and know that your help coming from the Lord. Yes, it does. Well, He may not come when you want Him, but He'll be there right on time. No matter what you're going through, it's gonna be alright. I think I'll sing it again. No matter what you're going through, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, whatever the situation, it'll be alright. Oh, all you gotta do is love. That's right, and know that your help is coming from the Lord. Yes, it does. Well, He may come when you want Him, but He'll be there right on time. Oh, no matter what you're going through, it's gonna be alright. Well, your trials and tribulations may come. No matter what it is, just call on the Son. He will. Whenever you lose your way, just fall to your knees and pray. He may not come when you want Him. He may not come when you want Him. I know the Lord, He may not come when you want Him. But don't you worry, and don't you fret. I know the Lord has never failed you yet. Well, no matter what you're going through, it's gonna be. Come on, girls, let's drive this thing. My help, how can I get a witness? The Lord is my help in the time of trouble. He is my help in times of despair. I know the Lord still hears and answers prayer. Well, when I am weak, the Lord is my strength. The Lord is the present help in the time of struggle. He picked me up and He turned me around and He planted my feet on solid ground. Let me tell you what it did. I know the Lord did. I know the Lord can. He did it for me and my family. Anybody know the
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me, with no further ado, introduce to you the anointed friends are in the house. Great day, great day, ladies. How are you?
Great,
Wonderful. How are
great.
you?
Awesome, awesome. Glad to have you on today. You guys are off the chain. I love it. Awesome. So who wants to start? We're gonna introduce ourselves and tell a little bit. To us first, tell us who you are and where you're from. So we'll start with Miss Brittany. Go ahead.
I am Brittany Dawson, and I'm from Paterson, New Jersey.
Awesome. Miss Tanisha.
I am Taisha Reels, also from Paterson, New Jersey, and a proud member of the group Anointed Friends.
Awesome. Miss Roz.
Hey, everybody, I'm Roz Thompson, proud member as well of this phenomenal group, Anointed Friends, and I am too from Paterson, New Jersey.
Awesome. And Miss Tiffany.
Yes, I am Tiffany McCutcheon, also a proud member of this wonderful group, Anointed Friends, and I too am from Paterson, New Jersey.
Awesome, awesome. Ladies, I am so glad to have you on. So who wants to start and tell us how this group got started?
Roz.
I will. Well, 4 years ago, it's almost 4 years ago. It's gonna be 4 years. I think it's May 2nd. An afternoon anniversary brought us together, and we sang a song that was dear to my heart. And according to the audience, they were pleased with what we sang and birthed Friends, also known as Anointed Friends. I'm so proud of what God is doing, but it was just an afternoon program that brought us all together. And to God be the glory, we are still here with new projects and so much to talk about.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. And I apparently y'all gelled really well together over time and over the years. And the anointing, of course, is on you. And so, who else wants to share maybe their experience of being together? And what have you guys experienced going out to different places to minister?
It truly has been a pleasure. I often say, who would have ever known that a simple yes to Roz would have been also saying yes to God, his will, and the many doors he decided that he wanted to open for this group, Anointed Friends. And I'm telling you, it's truly been a blessing. It's been wonderful. The amount of people that literally just come up to you after you've sung a song like it's gonna be all right, and tell you how the song truly ministered to them. It's blessed them, how it put a smile on their face. It truly is a testament to how good God is, and how if you give back to him the gift that he has blessed you with, you can just see how many people can be blessed just from God blessing you, and you turning right back around and giving God the blessing. So it's been awesome. We've been able to travel the world and just laugh, have a good time with one another, and most importantly, we've been able to bless God and give him all of the glory and all that we do for him.
Awesome, awesome. Any other ladies want to share?
Well, one thing that Roz forgot to mention is that afternoon came at the request of herself. She was having an anniversary at her church, and she knew each of us in different organizations, different groups, and we all have known each other in one capacity or another. And so, as Tiffany said, our one yes ended up in the middle of that anniversary, someone standing up and saying, I think they should be a group. They should be called Friends. And from that moment to this one, we began practicing and allowing the Lord to order our steps as a group and becoming Anointed Friends. And I am so encouraged by the title of your ministry, Divine Connections, because it has been just that. God's favor on each of us, his favor on this group, the divine connections that he has bestowed upon us that has opened up doors that we would have never imagined for us to be able to share this great gospel of music through song, through every open door that the Lord has opened and has yet to open. And we are grateful for every God-given opportunity.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wonderful. Miss Brittany, did you want to say something?
You know what, Deloris, it just has been such an amazing ride with these ladies. Let me tell you, Roswell, she didn't mention also that she had always wanted a girl group. And everybody, had their own dreams and visions, because we all do music. We all, been in music all of our lives. But she tells the story that she always wanted a girls group, to be a part of a female group, because she's a singing somebody. And years went by and she never got it. But it was the timing of God. It wasn't just a divine connection, it was also divine timing and when this group came about. And I tell you, from that, God has truly blessed Roz. She prayed for a group and he said, not yet, but when the time was right, he gave her this group after her waiting and her patience. To God be the glory for that. And now with this, I'm telling you, God has used this woman of God so greatly. I mean, she eats, breathes, sleeps, thinks anointed friends, and God knows that. And she puts the work in and she puts the sacrifice in. And we gave a yes to her for the anniversary date. But after that, when we came together and she was like, all right, y'all, they talking about we should be a group. Like, what y'all think? And we gave her another yes. And that other yes is really what propelled this group to the place that they are now. So I'm just grateful to God to be a part of it. I'm glad that she considered me, that she considered Ty, that she considered Tiffany, because like Ty said, we all had some connection and relationship in one way, shape, or form. And we are truly sister friends. And like Tiff said, we do have fun, we laugh, we giggle, but we also understand the assignment too. So we're just looking forward to what God also has in store for us in the upcoming days.
Awesome, awesome. So, share with us maybe two experiences that you remember and that God really used you. I know He uses you all the time, but something that really stood out majorly.
We had a ministry that was on Presidential Boulevard in Patterson, out in a little mini park.
Hold on for 1 second.
And
Can y'all mute out so we can hear it, because we get a little feedback, and I'll mute out too.
And so we were invited to two engagements on the same day. We went to one park and ministered and felt, like, okay, God used us here. But when we got to the last engagement, it was across the street from a housing complex. And those residents came out to hear gospel music. They came out to hear the program that the organizer put together. And I watched my girls minister, not just in song, but afterwards, Tiffany McCutcheon, praying and laying hands because she's a minister. Minister Brittany Dawson, praying and laying hands afterwards. See, there's power in the music, but that just laid the foundation. He used us afterwards so that we'd be able to pray with those that were not just going through, but I think we all can use prayer. And so when you can sing some songs and then go afterwards, and have Dr. Taisha, give her testimony to those that were there, the power of prayer is always needed. And on that day after we ministered, that's exactly what they got. I was so proud of my girls. You're going to often hear me relay to them as my girls, because I'm just so grateful that a dream delayed was not denied, but that I got the right girls, the right ministry, the right, spirits that make up Anointed Friends. So that day was pretty powerful for me, and I don't think I'll ever forget it.
And then the second one I would say is when we went to Dr. Bobby Jones presents. I can't even remember where that was.
Tennessee, I believe.
Tennessee, I think it was Tennessee. We know that he is such an iconic giant in the gospel realm, and we interviewed with him, and then we were invited onto his show, and it was such a delight, because we're talking about a man all of us grew up watching on TV on Sunday mornings or Sunday afternoons, in his shiny suits. And I tell you, if you see Dr. Jones, it's like he doesn't miss a beat. The man is in his 80s. He's lived through some things. But when he walked in there, we didn't even recognize it was him because he walked like he was still in his 30s and 40, So it was just so delightful. And even to interview afterwards, and we were able to sing 2 songs, I believe we were able to sing, and they kind of was just a blessing, to just be around such an amazing man of God, so humble, so down to earth, so real. And that is something that we looked forward to for a while. And God blessed us to be able to meet someone that we just thought we'd only see on TV and hear on the radio, but we got pictures. We had proof that we were with Dr. Bobby Jones. So that was, I would say, the second best experience that this group has had.
Awesome. Would you other ladies like to share anything else that triggers your mind?
I would add that right in Paterson, New Jersey, at John F. Kennedy High School, we had the esteemed privilege of singing background for none other than Leandria Johnson herself. Let me tell you, that powerhouse of an anointed vessel got up on that stage barefoot and she sang her heart out. She ministered to the people. She anointed them, and she used us as anointed vessels and had us to walk around and set the atmosphere. And as she was ministering and prophesying, he allowed us to do the same thing. And when it was all said and done, she thanked God for us. She thanked God for our ministry. And here is this giant of a woman, again, similar to being an icon in the eyes of others. And she was humble enough to say, I thank God for you ladies. I could not have done it without you. So we just give God glory because he is the icon in this. He is the big God, and there's no one above him. So it just proved to me that it doesn't matter how big we believe a gospel legend is. If it's not for their big God, it doesn't matter, because it's because of him that we're able to do what we do, to sing every note, to be able to step out on stage, and for people to recognize who we are. But we must always give glory and honor to God. So I will always cherish that.
Absolutely. Miss Tiffany, anything?
They pretty much covered it all, but but truly, I believe, like, if I can just kind of sum all of it up, the greatest blessing is still remaining humble in God, despite the doors that he is opening, despite the people that we may call legends. We still recognize that he's God. We still will put him first in all we do. And we recognize that because we do that, this is why he's opening the doors he's opening. And I'm telling you, again, for me, the greatest is to see the changed faces on people who may have come to an event like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm coming to an event, or even may have come to an event like, oh my God, this person is here. But then in the middle of that, they're like, oh my God, it was this God they're talking about. I need to know more about this God.
That's right.
Oh, I got to surrender my life to God. That, if I could just kind of sum all of that up, that would be the greatest takeaway that I would take from all of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss Taisha, I want to hear your testimony. Can you give us a little bit? I heard Rod say something about your testimony. Are you able to share?
Let me tell you something about this great God. We're talking about, Brittany mentioned about divine timing. This group was formed in the midst of a pandemic, and we did not even think we would be able to go forth. And when I gave Roz my personal yes for one afternoon that turned into a 4-year, now lifetime commitment, I was in the process of getting my doctorate. And so I'm like, well, how in the world am I going to be able to do this and commit to this group? Because if I give God my yes, and if I give man my yes, I want to move in excellence and be committed and be dedicated. And it was hard to be able to do that when you're working full time. And I'm an educator. I'm now a superintendent of a school district, but I was an educator, and we were going in the midst of COVID, and we had online learning, and I'm trying to make sure all of that is right. And then I'm staying up after work until 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to finish my dissertation. And my girl said, Ty, you go get your doctorate. We gonna minister through you do what you need to do. When you ready, you come on back. And when I graduated with my doctorate, they were right there when my now husband proposed to me. We got married, and they were right there in the midst every step of the way. And then we joined back together as 4. And I just thank God that God showed me that when I feel like I'm not able to do something, I have people that love me and that will hold me up. They will keep me lifted in prayer. And they don't say, all right, Ty, we love you, but we're going to replace you. They say, Suge, you go ahead and go get that doctorate. We're going to be good. We're going to minister while you doing what you need to do, but we're going to be right here celebrating with you when you're done. And I'm telling you, God closed down our school for exactly 90 days. I was able to get my dissertation done, do my doctorate, and then the Lord opened up my school the day after I defended my dissertation. So divine timing, I know something about that. And one of the scriptures I stand on is I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And that was one of the most challenging times in my life. And my mom would say, Ty, you got to get it done. You got to get it done. When I thought I was going to give up, because what I didn't know is my now husband was waiting to propose, but he wanted me to be finished. So I was like, look, it's a pandemic going on. I can just wait. I don't have to rush. But they knew that he was just waiting for that right moment. So my mother was like, look, you got to get it done. You got to get it done. And I thank God he allowed me to persevere. These ladies would reach out to me, Ty, you all right? All right, we got you. Just keep on going. And when it was all said and done, it was victory, but it was victory every step of the way, only because of who God is. And I give him all the glory and the honor and praise.
Amen. Amen. Awesome. 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 Miss Brittany, you have a testimony? I'm going to go through all of them and then we'll give words of encouragement. I'm enjoying this.
Child, yes, I got a testimony. I mean, you know what? I won't give in depth, but just a vague testimony is that during the time Anointed Friends, I know Ty said that we came together during a pandemic, but we actually came together in 2019. That was the year before the pandemic. And during that time, I personally was already in a pandemic, and Friday, like my life was turned upside down and I'm just like, Lord, how am I going to get through this? And, I talked to Roz about it and she's like, you have had every right to say, you know what? I think Sunday, I know I said we were supposed to do this, that, and the third, but I think I'm going to have to sit this one out. And I would have been well within my right to not sing at that anniversary on Sunday with these beautiful women of God. But I tell you, when you have history with God and when you know that he has brought you through things in the past and that if he brought you through that, he'll bring you through this, then you know that, there's nothing too hard for him. And you learn to not glorify your situation, but to glorify the one that is able to work all things out for your good. So I push my way, press my way. And I'm telling you, when I tell you, I believe that my perseverance and my trust in God during that traumatic experience that I was going through has really placed me in such, I'm telling you, when I tell you I can't even explain it because it's divine. It's of God. It was from God. This group has been a blessing to me. I wasn't thinking about a girls group. I wasn't thinking about a group, period. I was just trying to live my life, raise my family, and be the best Christian woman that I could. But this group has provided me with opportunity I'd never even dreamed of. This group has pulled things out of me that I didn't realize I had. It pulled strength out of me. This group was there when, and there were times that nobody even knew that I was just suffering before I came in. But once we started singing the songs of Zion, it was just like, I think I can make it a little bit further. And so now here we are 4 years out of my situation. And when I tell you that weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning, when I tell you that what the devil meant for evil, God has turned it around for my good and for this group's good. When I tell you that if God be for us, who can be against us? When I tell you the birthing of a new person that God has created, listen, it started May. I believe it actually was May 3rd. It might have been around that time. It was early May. But May 2019, our lives changed forever. And I'm truly grateful for it. I can't get too deep into it. But just know that God has made everything all right. So when you hear us sing it, it's not just us singing it. We are singing what we have lived through and what we can testify. These are firsthand experiences that God has made things all right for each and every one of us.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Miss Tiffany. Thank you, really.
To God be the glory for everyone's testimony. And I would have to say my one of my biggest testimonies is, unfortunately, I deal with seizures. And there are multiple types. Oftentimes people think of seizures, you're just shaking, but I have the focal seizures, the grand mal seizures, the minor mal. See, every seizure you can think of. I'm not trying to glorify it or make me bigger than what it is. I'm just trying to let you know this is what I deal with. And there's been times we've gotten in a car to go sing, and they will literally, I believe it was Ross that told me, they was like, where was Tiffany? And I'm just laid out on the steering wheel because unfortunately I had just had a seizure. So even dealing with the health issues, God has still made me all right. I'm telling you, there is something about standing on his word. I've been dealing with this for years, but I'm still able to sing songs of Zion to him. I'm still able to lift him up. My children have unfortunately witnessed this, but now even they'll come to me, Mommy, you all right? You took your medicine. You got this. God has even strengthened my children to be able to be there for me. So while unfortunately that is something I'm dealing with, even in the midst of that, I still can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, like Brittany said. So I am still standing on his word. Been, like I said, been dealing with this for years, but still trusting God, still giving God all the glory, still giving God all the praise, because I know my time for complete and total healing is coming, and I declare it right now. So my testimony is, despite what I'm going through, he is still God. I still trust him, and I'm still standing to this day.
Amen, amen. And we touch and agree on that in Jesus' name. Total restoration. Amen. All right, Miss Rosalind.
Ooh, you sound like my mom. I know something is serious when she started, doing the full name. But I'll be brief because I just know that I was I was excited when I got what I asked for. Even though it was delayed, as I previously stated, it wasn't denied. So here we are,
Can you hear me?
Ty, Tiff, Britt, are we a group? Yeah. Okay, so now we are a group. And we're just getting going. And then, bam, here comes the pandemic. Everything shut down. Can't go anywhere. Can't see anybody. Don't know what's going to happen. And we were new. What's a girl to do? Pray. Just like we talked about earlier. Like, look, Lord, you brought us to this and you'll bring us through it. And that's exactly what he did. He provided a way for us to still meet, still stay together. And when I mean things were closed, but just a few. They had the restrictions in place. We found places to rehearse. I can't believe it. We found places to rehearse. We found places to come together. And when things were opening back up, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that during a time that was unprecedented, things were happening all around us. Here we go with, Lord, you gave me this, and I thought that this was going to be the thing. And he said, listen, girl, faint not. I am with you. Stay the course. I got you. And we stayed the course, and we stayed rehearsing, and we stayed busy. Even through the pandemic, I still, girl, you can't make me doubt him. I'm done.
I know too much about him.
I love
You can't
it.
make me doubt him in my heart.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's give some information out for any individuals that want to connect with you all. Ms. Roz, just tell them how they can connect.
Yeah, so the email is correct, the telephone number is correct, the name is correct. But we would love it if you would follow our journey. That's the most important thing. We are across the board on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook at Anointed Friends. Lowercase Anointed Friends, especially on Facebook where we post our videos. We do it on Instagram as well, but we would love to have you follow our journey. So we are also on YouTube at Anointed Friends, and we are hoping that we start seeing some new followers. So that would just bless our heart more than just about anything else. I would like to say that we're about to celebrate our 4th anniversary. It is going to be on May 27th. We're having a big shingding. We have invited the group Fire. We have invited some other groups, but specifically I named the group Fire because we are working with Jet Records producer, songwriter Steve Cooper, and we are in the studio as we speak with this phenomenal man of God. So it is boot camp, it is structure, it is accountability, and it is necessary. So be on the lookout for our release, but we will be celebrating on May 27th in New Jersey. We will probably stream live, but please follow our journey on Anointed Friends across the social media platforms.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And ladies, we're gonna end with words of encouragement. So Miss Taisha, we'll start with you.
I would just encourage everyone not to lose heart, not to faint, because sometimes when it seems the most difficult and it's the most challenging seasons of our lives, like Brittany said, it's the birthing of something new. God is allowing us to endure for a reason. He's giving us the fortitude and the patience, and He's strengthening us for the journey. So, for anyone who is thinking about stepping out on faith and going into a new venture and they're fearful, God said that He has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. So, if we can trust His process, trust His journey, because if He brought us to it, He absolutely will bring us through it, and He will provide everything that we need. Roz shared about our journey in the midst of the pandemic, and we had 3 singles that were released during that time. So God will bless whatever He has ordained to go forth. So if God is speaking to anyone today, if God has laid a vision on anyone's heart, He said to write the vision and make it plain, and then you put it forth in prayer, and you believe God for what He said. You allow Him to order every single step, and it will be successful. You will be victorious, and it will be a bright, shining beacon of hope and light to other people. So do it afraid if you have to do it, but make sure you do it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming on, Miss Brittany.
Yes, listen, one of my favorite hymns says, "Be not dismayed, whatever betide. God will take care of you." I just want to encourage you all to trust God, stay with God, put your faith in God. Like Taisha said, whatever your endeavor is, just know that God's got it. That's one of our songs. And that whatever you're facing, Jesus, He will fix it. That's another one of our singles. And then, of course, once He does all that, everything's going to be all right, which is another one of our singles. So trying times, everyone was tested and tried during the pandemic, but thanks be to God that we are still here today, where there were millions who died from this virus, but God still saw fit to keep us in the land of the living. So if you're watching this, it means you still have purpose. If you're watching this, it still means you have a work to do. If you're watching this, it means you can still breathe in and breathe out. So don't worry, don't fret. God is not through with you yet. Take cheer and be of good courage. God can take care of you.
And if I can give an encouraging word, I would say, number one, put God first in everything you do, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's on your job, no matter what it is, put God first. And the only way you can confidently do that is if you surrender all to Him. Surrender your mind, surrender your thoughts, surrender your heart. Not my will, Lord, but thy will be done. The Bible talks about that. When He was going through the challenging times, He said, this is hard, but nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. Take on that attitude. Take on the attitude that God, every day I wake up, it's not about me, but it's all about you. Surrendering all to him will allow his perfect will to be done in your life. So the goals that you are setting, ask God, is this what you would have me to do? Because I want to make sure that it's your will, not my will being done. So make sure you give God your all. Surrender all to him and understand that it's not in your time, it's in God's time. He will make what he wants happen to happen when he wants it to happen. We've talked about that tonight, divine timing. We may have wanted something to happen sooner. No. If I do it here, you're not going to be able to be trusted with it. If I do it here, you're not going to handle it right. If I do it here, it won't work out. So just because you may have a time window of when you want something done, say, you know what, God, nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Stand confidently on his word, trust and believe him. Give him the praise in everything you do, and he will make everything all right for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Tiffany and Miss Roz.
Well, I'll be brief. Prayer will fix it every time. He hears every word you say. And while you're praying, he is already on his way. Prayer has helped me. Prayer will always help me. And I believe that I'll receive. And I am going to stay the course. And Lord, my prayer is that I don't faint, and I hope you don't either. Faint not, because he is with you.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for being on this broadcast. Don't hang up. Just hold on. I'm going to go to the video, then I'll come back to you. It was a privilege and an honor to have each and every one of you on this broadcast with me. I'm encouraged. So I am definitely grateful. And so I hope you out there are encouraged as well. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. This is the Anointed friends that were here, and I'm so excited they took the time to share their testimonies, their journey, and what they're going through, and about how they had divine timing and divine connection. So I am grateful for the opportunity. Keep your head up, put your trust in God, put God first in all of that you do. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Hold tight, and we'll talk to you soon. Hold on, ladies.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.